Good day and good evening, and welcome back to Mental Red Live with me, Chaiji, but you can just call me Kai. So, I just made it home. Like I was out hanging out with a friend I haven't seen like in years, and it dragged out a little bit, but I made it, just barely. I unfortunately didn't have enough time to make tea, so no tea. But we made it. So, as usual with Mental Roulette, aiming to do around 10 to 15 duties, or around 3 hours. What comes first? Or rather, what comes... Well, it depends. We'll see what we're doing. But that's it. That's also why, if I look a little bit sweaty, bike ride... A really fun part is that the last bit of the journey is like just all uphill. It's very, very rough. Now, with that said, hey Zaf, hey Naomi, hey Tinley, hey Couch, hey Jen Monica, hey Saros, hey Liashuki, hey Ilana, hey Loki, hey Jeff, hey Crusher, hey Darth, hey Fila, hey Brett, and hey Taldaman, hey Virax, and Volter. Hope you're all doing very well. I'm glad to hear that, Fila. And hey, Crab Galaxy and Vince. Hope you're doing well as well. Yeah, that is the plan. As usual. Fred says, I'd hope you're not getting tea in Mental Roulette. Well, it depends on how we do it, I guess. Naomi says, sounds great if the weather over there is anything like it's over here. It's very hot. I arrived where we were going to meet, and then I almost fainted. Fortunately, there was someone in the place who came out with a glass of water for me. Hey Mika! Hope your AC is treating you well. Welcome to Scandinavia. We don't really do that. Fortunately, it's not too bad where I am. I made it. I was fine. Sat on the floor. I got to hang out with a good friend of mine. A friend that is sometimes, not specified, but one of those friends that show up in my, back when thing stories. So, good friend. But, yeah, I have the wheel ready. I just barely managed to get it ready. Let's see what jobs we have prepared for today. Nayarado, hope you're doing well. We have Dancer. What tank do we load up? Hey, Pause. And Mistle. We have Dancer and Dark Knight. And a White Mage. And as usual, we try with the Dancer first. Oh. Dwight Mage. Let me just see, did I forget to extract anything elsewhere? Nope. I will queue when it says 38. And... when Brett said tea in Mental Roulette, I thought you meant, like drama. Tea. No, Nox, I had a bike ride. It's hard, sweaty guy on duty. A bike ride. Oh, it's just the hard version, guys. And Ilana's here. And we have at least 2 snipes. Save as well. Manaseri, what do you think about one single dancer complaining about no pre-pull in normal Lindworm? That's what I would call a casual tryhard. They're working as if... Like, they're trying to optimize to a degree that you'd think it was necessary, but they're doing it in content where it is absolutely not necessary. They're being ridiculous. Hey, Chin! Hope you're doing well, and thank you! I'm tanking now. Need fast! I'll run away with the mobs if you're not gonna tank it. Well, tanks, would you like to do your task? Nathan! How does Mental Roulette decide who to group you with? Does it just grab a random sprout somewhere? No, Mental Roulette doesn't even care if you're of Sprout. It's actually like, it's called Mental Roulette, but it's actually just pack filler roulette. It will put you in any content where there are people needed. So I guess the way that it decides it is it tries to pick those that have waited the longest. Hey, Amished! Exactly, Manos Henry. Like, those 15 seconds are probably not won by getting the opener correct. Be lying if I didn't still prefer pre-pull the stance and random content. Oh yeah, I get that. It's just very, very overkill. Warm bodies, roulette sound a bit rude. It could just be anything goes. Do we have any raid buffs? We have a ninja, so we could. Now the question is whether there'll be another mug. Another mug on the mug before the duty's over. I love that paladin just jumping into the goop. Also, think if it was it 29 months, Saros? What did I say? 25 months. Thank you for that, and welcome to the Cult of the Pink Amish. Thank you so much for the support. And hey, Yellow Mercy and Glissade. So it says, I'm a new player, I'm leveling a Gunbreaker, and I'm thinking of leveling a Reaper next, but I heard it has some issues, but should I just go for it after I level my Gunbreaker? Just making sure. If you are on the free trial, keep in mind that the Reaper is not yet part of the free trial. Regarding the problems it has, every job has weaknesses. Reaper included. At present, I do believe Reaper is really strong. So... And also, Final Fantasy XIV is balanced in such a way that even the worst job is good enough. So if you have fun with it, that's, like, ultimately, having fun with it is the thing that you need to worry about. If you're not having fun, there's no point. And if you, like... Did we see another mug on the mug? I didn't catch it, at least. Perhaps I, by chance, streaming early? No, this is the normal time. Sometimes we start later on Savage days. And also true, Dan, the issues that Reaper has are basically... speaking of, are issues that don't matter unless you're, like, super optimizing. I will queue when it says 04. Hey, Procrastinauts! Hope you're doing well, and thank you for the resub. Number go up! Oh, that's unfortunate. I hope it clears up. Jose Flavera! Hope you're doing well. Says, I'm sort of just starting out, still in free trial playing Red Mage. Or should I go on to level up my gatherers and crafters? Should I level them up together at one? It's often not a bad idea to level your crafters together and your gatherers together. You could even level them all together, but that might be a little overwhelming. And with a free trial inventory, it might be difficult to handle all that. Some crafters rely on similar materials. Like, for instance, armor and blacksmith rely on a lot of the same things, and sometimes craft things for each other. And they both mainly rely on minor materials. So you can do things like that, but it's a little complicated because there's many ways to do it, and I think many of the most inefficient ways to level gatherers and crafters are the ones that are available if you're on free trial. But I think... Is Firmament any good? Z colon 3. If you have reached the Heavensward expansion, I believe you should have access to the Firmament at some point. And that should be a pretty decent way to do it. Bruh. Hey, Crusher's here. Oh, whoops. Got on level 70, I have the follow-ups. Might be. Why did I click Alt there? I'm making some massive mistakes here. Let's focus up and get it right before I also get hit. Hey, Bobamet! Oh, that was close. Ooh, the healer's very much in trouble. There's a lot to catch up on. Then they get hit again. Uh-oh, boy. Hey, Echo Dance! The scales for the mount you need a lot of, and they're only guaranteed if you actually like destroy the tail correctly. It looks like I think the Sprout is the first timer, but it looks like I don't actually know if they're the first timer, but it looks like they're the one that invited for this party, and they seem to know what they're doing. That's a very big positive. Wow! Bruh. He hates me. He's angry. He doesn't like me. Uh-oh. Oh. And that was slowly about to be a problem. If you keep targeting the same person, you suddenly have the, well, they can't live it because they don't have any resources. They don't have any more potion. Oh boy. Oh. Oh, brother! Hey, Shaq! Thank you so much for the 26 months. That's amazing. That went pretty well. A new swordsman. And then a sack boy. That went pretty well. I myself farmed out the mount by getting the thingies. Is there a bingo space or boss hates Kai specifically? I think there is a Kai goofs up bingo space or something. Hey Violet! Pictomancer. I will queue when it says 10. Wow, a lot of instant pops for DPS today. Never mind, take me back. That's a good idea, Zaf. Make sure you're ready to blast. Glacial blast, indeed. Pigmentor with paint without most of the paint. Yeah. What if you were a painter but you had no ability to imagine anything? Just splash color on things. Done. Splat. Shut it, boss. I cast Glacial Blast. Hey, Beans. Hope you're doing well. And thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. That's amazing. It's very kind. I do think we already have a good stream. Hey, Eater It. And Marty. Oh, are you missing the Endwalker one? I will queue and it says 50. And thank you for the resub, Beans, on top of that. Thank you. There are a lot of artists that have aphantasia. That's fair. I would almost say, based on... I know at least one. I know of at least one. I would almost say that it's possible that someone would get into like art because it is a way for them to actually draw what they think or what they're imagining. Jeff says, what's aphantasia? You know how when you imagine something, maybe you have it, when you imagine something, you can like see it in your mind's eye. Like if I said imagine an apple, you could like a red apple, you probably imagine an apple. Yeah, aphantasia means you can't do that. Like you could hypothetically be like, yeah, sure, the concept of an apple, but you can't actually see it. And there it is. Well, that's a good start. We have Nox on the tanking, I think. We have Ilana. He says, oh, you have aphantasia. I don't have that. I don't have that. Or do you mean aphantasia? Everyone but the healers are mentors. That's a good start, but maybe the mentors don't know. Uh-oh. I think this is it. There's disagreement on who grabs the 3 orbs. And the bad news is that, yeah. Does he provoke in time? Nox, that might be... Oh dear. I think it's... Oh, this is... Now it got awkward. I specifically... Oh, I think I'm dead. I cleaned up 2 orbs because I saw 3 neatly placed, but maybe it's fine? But you probably have to be on the ball with grabbing orbs quickly. He's Roymax! Now I'm a little bit afraid of taking orbs, because I don't know how many are working that. We have 5 on the field, and I believe Rolling Thunder's coming. There it is. And then a tank switch might be incoming. It's good to have 3 orbs on the field, exactly, so we're good. We don't have to do anything. Now we have a little bit much, but let's see. I think Rolling Thunder's coming up now. Uh-oh. I guess it works. Let's see what happens next. Oh, this is gonna hurt. I can't do anything. I can help with grabbing now, but I think we're on the cusp of something. Here comes Rolling Thunder. Oh, whoops. That got a little dicey. Aside from the death right at the start, how many died? Two? And we had Nox. And Ilana? Who else? That was incredible. How unfortunate for the content. I don't know what you're talking about. I could easily talk a bunch about this. Does Ryu know me? Maybe. I'm sure they'll let me know. Maybe they're looking at me right now. Yeah, I know, Nox. I noticed it immediately that both tanks were grabbing orbs. I ended up with 2 each. Hey, Shiro Sugar. Hope you had a week well. And Kupamana. And Cruises. I'm doing alright. Zero Sugar. I just got home from a bike ride just before this. So that's why I look like I just came out of a shower. And that was great. Hey, Rust. That was amazing, actually, that we just got that first try. We didn't even talk tactics. I think what really helped was that as far as I could see, there was no point. You look like me. Sorry, I look like me. That's good enough for me. At no point were the thunderstorms such that it hinged on one of the healers that were Sprouts to fix it. There was at least one mentor somewhere in the bunch. I think that, like, that changed some things. Yeah, that's usually how people figure it out, I've heard, Liashuki. That is like, oh. It is funny, because if you have a thing, you will, like, because you grew up with the thing, you might not even realize that it's special until someone points it out. And if it's something that isn't, like, visual on you, it's just, you know, like a bicycle, Cruises. If it's not something that is visually clear on you, then it might not come up until you talk about it. Like when I was little, I went to a private school. I found out that I am hypermobile when I started in boarding school because apparently no one in the private school ever commented on it. I will queue when it says 31. Does not look like helmet hair. I had a bicycle helmet on. Red says, I had a nice single position through Castro-Mavani, although given I'm playing Astra, I can't say I'm that upset. Struggle with the job, so high level practice is always good. Yeah. Motorbike helmet, yeah. Do I look like a motorbike kind of guy? And... oh. You could... that's true, I could be. You look like a unicycle guy? Well, I do say I'm a comedian. Once upon a time, I had a programming teacher who legit said that he would sometimes like you know like how people use a bike, like a bicycle, to go places in a town. He said legit that he went places in that way on a unicycle, as in one wheel. Behold! An attack rotation. Oh, it was a very cool teacher. I liked him. But I have not had a lot of teachers that I distinctly disliked. But usually when I have had something against a teacher, it has usually been something that I feel like is very justified. What language did you learn? With the teacher? Oh, we were learning, I believe it was Visual Basic, actually. It wasn't until university that I then learned Python and Java. And etc. It's pretty funny in all of that job I had working like website stuff, I worked with PHP, and the only time I've worked in PHP was in a project where I chose it myself. Ultimately, Sugar, that's just how it is. That there are teachers everywhere in the world that sometimes you question whether they actually made the right choice. But my buddy I was hanging out with just before this is a teacher. He paid good money for that unicycle. You know, that is a good point. Like, oh, nine Jim. I believe he is like more 0 to 9, but I'm not 100% sure. That was not the main topic when I was hanging out with him. It mainly came up because I believe last time I saw him in person, he was working on the education to become a teacher. So, you know, a classic, so where did it go? Did it work out? That kind of conversation. Telemal says, I don't think there's any chance to know for sure, but do you reckon we'll be able to do M11S before Split Arena in Evercold first tier? What's the... When does the fastest kill on M11S end right now? Like, when do the speedrunners finish?
Your foe acts under the protection of the crystal she bears.
So, this is
Cruiser says, am I crazy to think M12S Phase 1 is harder than 11S? M11S? I mean, what mechanics you find difficult can be subjective. Absolutely. Absolutely, that can be something like a specific mechanic on M12S Phase 1 that you just don't get it. Meanwhile, M11S is just got it first try, no problem. Then yes, that can happen. So, crazy? No, but I do believe that you are in the minority. That's also not bad. Hey Ricky, hope you're doing well, and thank you so much, that's very nice.
The magic within has lain dormant for eons.
950.
A spell.
I'll tell them I have my raid team has a spreadsheet. I might be able to figure out when it is.
I sought the life force of the primals for no other reason but to quicken the core. For the true
See
power
here,
of the
M11.
ultimate weapon
950. That's just before the first Heartbreak kick even starts landing. Because auto attack Heartbreak kick first, like hit 1 is 956. So basically you kill him just before he even starts Heartbreak kick. Does that sound right? Is that the earliest you can kill him? I mean, it's a whole minute and a bit before the Hardened Rage at that point. But is that all she wrote?
Behold, but a sliver of my god's power.
Alright, so the current speedrun on M11S ends during towers from Ecliptic Stampede. During towers from Ecliptic Stampede.
To the very pinnacle of the heavens, the world shall tremble. Unleash Ultima.
Around something like something like 9:15, 9:20. Butterfly says, I've yet to meet someone who finds idyllic dream easy. I will say that I've met multiple that say, well, once you've got it, it's really chill. But that, of course, is like, oh yeah, it's really complicated to learn, but once you know it, it's fine. Which, that doesn't mean it's easy. 9:19. Right. If we assume, hypothetically, that you hit Evercold and you get like a 50% damage boost, like unsynced, just a 50% damage boost, you can take like a third of the duty timer, or of the fight length down. That, if like, that's very, very abstract, right? If you did that,
the rest I leave to you.
You would basically kill the boss right after Arena Split. Alien!
But first, I must deal with you. The question of who is mightier remains.
It's a classic, Cruises. It's a classic, is the, oh man, this is really hard, and then like a few days later, like, actually, never mind, it's easy now. And the reason is, well, now that I've learned it, now that I've invested the time, it's not hard anymore. It's like, yeah, well, you did also put in the effort to learn it. That has to count for something. Surely. Yeah, exactly like Dark Souls. Eventually it becomes easy. Turns out, like, it doesn't necessarily become easy, you just get good. Practice is cheating. You know the saddest bit about that one, Nox, and I'm pretty sure I've told you this. I have run into people that have somewhat roundabout basically said that. And that's what makes it more cursed, is if they outright said practice is cheating, then you could be like, well, that they might have meant it ironically, right? But when they basically describe, like, dance around it and basically describe the concept that is practice is cheating, and then you start to go, do you actually believe that? Such rotation. You guys got this. I'm going for melee uptime. Dun 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 dun. Do y'all like some big fat tacos out there? Rap Galaxy says, how do you do something without practicing? Like, fight a boss once and fail? Does that mean you give up because you can't practice by continuing to fight it? Now see, I believe that one is basically the rules for thee, but not for me. And it basically, like, breaks down into the same kind of thing with If you put in more effort than me, then you're cheating. If you put in less effort than me, then you're lazy. And I don't want to feel like I have to put in more effort than I feel like. So I'm just gonna say that, like, doing homework is cheating. Or something. Like, that's kind of how, like, that's kind of how it, like, roundabouts into this kind of stuff. It gets really stupid. It gets really stupid sometimes. Egodan says, if practice is cheating, what do they call the 13 times they died to a boss and had to start over? Yeah, exactly. I guess they can't call it that didn't count. That's like grade schoolers saying using a reference to draw is cheating. I mean, it like I've said it before. Like the one that I usually go to is like the Dark Souls. Oh, you can't use helpers because that's cheating. You can't use spirits because that's cheating. You can't use that weapon because it's overpowered, so that's cheating. And you can't use that spell because that's overpowered. You can't use food and buffs to prep yourself. That's cheating. You can't use magic because that's cheating, and you can't use armor because that's cheating. And actually, the only allowed weapon is this particular club that scales with strength. What they really mean is, I want to feel justified in my way of playing being the correct one. And if you found the game easy, it's because you didn't do it my way. Did I? Hey Silva, hope you're doing well. Yeah, like, exactly. If the devs didn't want me to use it, then they shouldn't have put it in the first place. Exactly. I have heard stories that, I can't remember the exact affiliation. I can't remember if it was, like, designer or developer or something for Elden Ring. Explained that he basically uses every single thing that can give him an advantage, because all of those things are in the game, because that makes sense, and he's bad at the game. But he knows all of the tricks are there, so he's gonna use them. Because of course! Like, I played through Lies of P, and I was like, no, I don't want to use help because I feel like I'm cheating myself. Then I ran into a boss that I found annoying enough that I was like, I'm just gonna use a helper. Because I just want to practice phase 2, and the helper will ultimately just help me mainly with phase 1. And I had a much better time after that point, because when I had a boss that I was like, okay, I'm good, I'm done. I could just, you know, ring the bell and get some help. It didn't trivialize the fight, but it meant that I didn't have to, like, smash my head against it when I didn't have fun anymore. I'll say Red Master. And 4-leaf Clover. I will queue when it says 07. And low IQ. Hope you're doing well as well. Was it the Brotherhood boss you needed help for? No, I needed help with the Puppet King, or whatever his name was. Because I got so mad at phase 1 where he just keeps running away. And, like, the problem was that I got, like, 5 seconds of prog on phase 2, and then I had to deal with, like, 5 minutes plus of chasing phase 1 guy around the room. I didn't want to deal with that. Oh boy! Alana's here. And see, the thing is, I beat phase 1 no problem. Multiple times. Oh, it's the same tank as before. I just reached the point where I was like, I don't want to sit through that part again. So it was, for me, I saw it purely as a time save. Because I had basically already proven that it was perfectly capable. Ah. Uh-oh. Perfectly capable of beating that phase without taking damage. At least without taking very much damage. It's been a while. Evolve in. Yeah. I can't believe that worked. Hey Brontom, hope you're doing well, and thank you for the 27 months. Finding some peace and catch a stream, that's the spirit. I hope you enjoy. Ilana, I'll get the jump on the boss. Yeah, the classic Shuki is that it kind of comes down to like people wanting it to be a competition for some reason. Uh-oh. Amish says, are there any jobs you use the simplified hotbar for, or do you rock the normal for everything? I hadn't paid much attention until now. I use the simple for Paladin, and Warrior, and Dark Knight, and Gunbreaker. I use the symbol for White Mage. I think I used the symbol for at least one of the Scholar ones. And now I have to focus. Oh, I could have done that better. I'm trying really hard to not lose my Meikyo. I should not set the dot up now. Now you set it up. Then it has snapshotted it. Very nice. Ooh. Oh, that's an awkward time. Hey. What? Hey Merfolk! Hope you're doing well, it's been a bit. Thank you for the 50 gifted memberships. What? that thing up in the corner is gonna be busy for a while. If you didn't get one, Mistel, there is something to be said that you might have a it might be an account setting. It might be. By the way, if you are enjoying the stream, it does help a lot with a like over on the YouTube side of things. It does help with the algorithm and such. And also, yeah, it is a good time to say that I have a Discord. That is correct. I've looked, actually. I think I'm just mega unlucky or they hate me. Oh. There's two possibilities. If you have more than one YouTube account under your name, then the second one is very likely a I can't remember what it's called, but basically let's put it like this. I have a private account that is basically like, you know, like my personal account, and then this account is, you know, technically a company account, and it makes sense that a company account can't yoink memberships in the same way, so they straight up can't. But private accounts, or like your main account, can still like opt out. Yes, brand account is the name. Thank you, me Wills. Hope you're doing well. And hey, Myra Song, thank you for the Prime. Hope you're doing well. Because this is a forced brand account. Right, yes. There's a lot of people that ended up getting brand accounts because there was that period where they decided that, no, actually, you need to have your full name on your main account. And people didn't take that very, very well. And hey, Harry, thank you for the gifted membership. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. And hey, Mr. Big C Burger. Boop, boop, boop. Amazing. Natek, hope you're doing well. I sure can. I sure can deal with this warmth. Dragoon. Nay, Reaper Seeker. Reaper Seeker says, reminder for people on the other side, if you have a Prime membership, use your Prime sub. Oh, that is true. That is an option. And, you know, this is a coincidence, but I was actually going to say I would be right back, and that's actually one of the things that that the sub, I guess, means you get to hang out with the Watcher more. But I will be right back. And in the meantime, humanity restored. Thank you so much, guys. And off I go. Oh. Wow, a hype train went on the way. Hey Bronte! Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Wow. Yeah, as I understand, the way that hype trains work is that to get the emote for that, you either have to be the streamer themselves or you have to have given something to the hype train, I think. I don't know how much you have to give, to be perfectly honest. But if it's a community train, then everyone gets it. Oh, Rust beat me to it. You man got soloed by Chair. Hey, Alice! Thank you, Myra-song. Wow. Insane. Did I... Oh, right, Dragoon. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs, Ilana. Thank you so much, guys. It's crazy. Wow. It's gonna be up there forever now, I think. Hey, Flames. Light it up. Ha! Thank you for the gifted sub, Rust. Dragoon, then. Let me see if I can get back on the content. I'll queue when it says, 01. Guys getting paid. Well, I appreciate the support very much, everyone. Very much. You'll be interrupting something with so many gifts? Oh, yeah. Indeed. Hey, Kawaki. Hope you're doing well. And thank you for the sub. Oh boy. Are we getting another extreme now? It's actually a manatee map. It doesn't show very much, but it's very cute. Hey, Amber Meow! Kasagi says, I was Reaper Seeker over on YouTube, and Oh, I see. Makes sense. Thank you. Here it comes! Where are we going? Bismarck Extreme. Oh, Save is one of the tanks. That's a pretty solid start. The boring extreme. Yeah, it's one of those where... I mean, there's a very, very obvious potential funny for a video, right? Bismarck Extreme is annoying to unsync only because I still have to do mechanics. I think it's boring because it takes like 5 minutes. Very nice. We have a machinist explaining the strat. I'm perfectly aware there's not that much to talk about, but if you go in assuming everyone knows what's going down, and then like one of your tanks don't understand, then you might be in trouble. It is a very nice spear, isn't it? Maybe hold cooldowns for the back ports? That necessary? my veteran. And Leah Anderson. Hey. As I recall, the way that this works is that if you attack the matching debuff, you get damage. Like, you get hurt as a result. Until one of them is dead. May a demon to remember! Hope you're doing well. You know, for fights like this, where you have, like, situations where you need to, like, where it's beneficial to Giga Burst at specific times, Dragoon is not the worst. You can just, like, hold all of it. Like, we have Pictomans at home. Uh-oh. Did one of the tanks just slip? Oh, this is a thunder weather, so you don't have to do anything with the bubbles. But you do have to spread, because spread AoEs are coming now. Oh, whoops. Nice, demon! And a roaring Jace. We don't have to jump yet. Very nice. Will people die from stacking the Thunder E's today? Ah, yeah, the classic. The classic. Oh, but it's Thunder. That means that there's nothing scary, right? Boom! Bard. Bard. I will queue when it says 29. Yeah, same, Leah. That's all. I was also like, why? I thought it did way more damage. And then I saw the Machinist almost die from, I guess, a lot of overlap. Oh. Good day to be a DPS. Unless... Oh. Oh, the member thing finished. Coffee break. Yeah. What do we do now, guys? Hey, Sonic Blast! Gaius von Yapsa.
Do you believe in Eosia? Do you believe in the Yap?
Thank you, Merfolk, for 50 more memberships. Thank you. It's insane. My chat is broken. It's been defeated. To make up for the lost time? Well, thank you so much. It's crazy. Blam! That's indeed a lot of names. The seas rise for merfolk alone. Imagine if Gaius talked in Stormblood like he does in A Realm Reborn. Like every time he has a line, he puts on a hat.
You're used to me talking like this.
The weapon quest would take so much longer. You know, there is something to be said. I feel like it's a missed opportunity that there isn't like an unnecessarily long discussion in the midsection in the Emerald weapon fight. Hey, it's Metricon! And he just summons out the Gaius clone thing, the image, and he just starts yapping. MRCFA. Hope you're doing well. Coming back from years since Heavensward. Anything I should know before continuing to MSQ, or anything I should be prepared for? I heard Dawntrail is not so good. I mean, let's just say that the people that think Dawntrail is fine didn't say anything. The people that liked it have said, like many of them have said so, but the people that didn't like it have been very vocal about it. I think Dawntrail is fine. Has its problems like every expansion does. In regards to what to be prepared for, there might have been a lot of things that have changed. If you want some guidance on whatever job you choose to pick up, I have job guides for every job, up to date. And if there's anything that doesn't match what's live, it's either a minor thing that is addressed in the patch notes, a pinned comment on the guide. But it might help you to catch up on things in case the job you play has been changed a lot. Do you know what you want to play and what you used to play? Amish says Dawntrail being bad is like saying Dark Souls 2 is the worst Dark Souls. Still great, but has giants around them. Yeah, something like that. I definitely think that Dawntrail is like gets a lot of like maybe exaggerating of the hate. Don't let that guide your choice. Sifa, just do what you think. If you think it looks like a good time to come back, focus on that. Alice says Dawntrail's biggest flaw is that it's just fine after Endwalker and Shadowbringers. Something like that. Was my video about Dragoon in 7.05 and playing with since then. Right. Actually, Dragoon is the example that I was thinking of when I was like, oh, there might be a change in the pinned comment, because a particular thing that has stood out to some people is that my guide says that you can use Nastron 3 times. You can't, because they changed that like one patch later. But that's the only thing they've changed. So I'm like, I'm not gonna, you know, go through the whole rigmarole of remaking the guide and all that confusion for one small change that doesn't really affect your rotation that much. Like, it's basically if you do exactly as the guide says and then you just only have one Nastron, you just go, oh, I have more freedom. Fantastic. Hey, Moist Potato. Yeah, that is correct. In Stormblood, a lot of people got really tired of Lise being so dominant in her, like, how much presence she gets. And people have compared Wuglamat to that. I feel like Wuglamat is more present, but... It is a really big problem with, you know, enjoying a story if you don't like the main character, and I do think that a large part of Dawntrail, the main character, is not your character, which some people are not super happy with. Well, you know, preferences. I'll say, why is that? Hey, Weejo. I don't mind, Lise. See if this. I'm actually in Stormblood and love Lise. Oh well, in that case, you'll probably also enjoy Dawntrail if you like. They're different characters, but like it's the same kind of problem, quote unquote. Hey, Rain Rope. Run! Yeah! Well, the good news, Immersive, is that the story of the battle with Garlemald and all that is not over with Stormblood. So you will get back to that. And that is actually something that is both addressed in Endwalker and Dawntrail in some parts. So... It's just that, you know, in A Realm Reborn, Garlemald, like, it's not like, you know, flat, but it's very much like, it's another case of, well, they needed a bad guy. apparently the story is that, like, I've been told that in A Realm Reborn, and possibly even in 1.0, the Ascians' whole plan wasn't entirely set in stone. Like, they hadn't quite figured that out yet. They just knew that they were the bad guys, and they did things, and they had a master and stuff like that. So it makes sense that, like, Garlemald, as you then explore them further, starts to get depth. And they have a lot. It's just that in Stormblood, they kind of had to be, you know, the big bad guy, and just that for a little bit. There are some amazing, like, if you're in the like the leveling story, there are some amazing stuff, I believe, in the, like, you know, the max level part of Stormblood. Like, absolutely incredible stuff. That also involve Garlemald. Lana says, in 1.0, the Dark God was supposed to be Gaia, hence this skinny statue in the chrysalis that doesn't match Zodiac at all. Ah! Hey, Bubblezone! Hope you're doing well. We at Nero. And that's the end of that sentence. You know, it is funny. Like, we talked very, like, I mentioned Elden Ring earlier. There's also Dark Souls. Is that there sure are a bunch of game stories that basically go, oh yeah, the world used to be crazy awesome. You should have been there. Well, I'm playing the game about that world. Ah yeah, but this is the future where things suck. And in a way, Final Fantasy XIV is kinda like that too. Like, as we saw in well, actually, I should probably not talk too much on that when we literally have at least one person, possibly multiple, that are not, you know, very far through the whole MSQ yet. But I do find it funny that it kind of pans out like that. It just depends on how far on the time scale you consider, oh, you missed it. Yeah, exactly, Alice. Ah, yeah, the Elegants. Oh, they made all this awesome technology. Oh, where they are? They're long gone. You missed it. But this is the start of the game! Yeah! Hey, Might Strife! Yeah, it's the start of the game, but we decided to not cover that. Living in the Elegant Empire sucked too? Yeah, I guess so. But you could have been like, like one of the high top guys, and maybe it would have been cool. I'll say, is that Caesurius? Strat? Did you know that Lord Van Balza is in the process of activating the fully powered ultimate weapon? Yeah, so I've heard. Well, Asymmetricon, what you have to do is just not make it clear that you would hate that. The verb. Caesurius? Like that? My Strife says you should voice act MSQ Roulette. Comment! Oh. Huh? The rest was gone.
So you finally arrived.
Caesurius? Right. You can probably imagine why I assumed that the CAE was a Kai sound.
Ow!
Actual payphone. Spin! Spin! A level 50 bard is quite something. May you send help? MSQ is great for leveling. The problem is it's the same 3 instances. Yeah. As I've said in my leveling guides, is like, do stuff you enjoy. And part of that comes from me, like back when I leveled everything to max for the first time, which was in Shadowbringers. I did MSQ Roulette so much that I hated it. So I had to ask myself whether it was worth it. And I said yes right up until I had finished it, and then it wasn't worth it anymore. Caesurius says, I hope old content becomes more bearable with evolved jobs. I imagine it will be. I should warn you, the chamber which houses the target appears to be saturated with etheric energies. There's bound to be heavy interference. But even if we lose contact, you must go on. Just don't do anything I wouldn't do, alright? Are you optimistic about evolved mode? Of course I am. That is why I have one video explaining what evolved mode is, that is optimistic. One video specifically dedicated to basically tell people to calm down. It's not so bad. It won't be so bad. And then a third video taking an additional stab at it won't be so bad. But it's gonna be different.
Take the little
All of my videos on the topic of evolved mode is cautiously optimistic.
Keep your eyes peeled. Guys could be waiting for you down there. Oh.
Yeah, exactly, Rain Robot. As I said in my most recent video on evolved mode, is that change can be scary, and that's true.
The interference is getting worse.
I miss you. Hope you're doing well. Need Johannes?
Tell me, for whom do you fight?
For whom do you fight?
Do you believe in Eorzea?
Thank you for the yab, Ilana.
Eorzea's unity is forged of falsehoods. Its city-states are built on deceit.
That's
And its
right.
faith
It's
is an
yapping
instrument
time.
of Deception.
You got a yap.
It is not but a cobweb of lies. To believe in Eorzea is to believe in nothing.
Believe in nothing.
In Eorzea, the beast tribes often summon gods to fight in their stead.
And that's the spirit, Merfolk. I hope you have a good time with your return.
Which is strange, is it not? Are the 12 otherwise engaged? I was given to understand they were your protectors. If you truly believe them your guardians, why do you not repeat the trick that served
Hey Kay,
you so
hope you're
well
doing
in
well,
Carter
and welcome
Road
back to the
and
Cult of
pull
the
them
Pink.
down?
Hope you do. Hope things are looking better. I think you mentioned
Will answer, so long as you
things here and there with
forge
the
them
Manis.
on ether. Your gods are no different.
What drives men of learning, even the great Kai, to do MSQ roulettes?
Me, like camera pans to me, I'm like, bro, I don't know why I'm here. It was a mentor roulette, I swear.
Nor is this unknown to
I
your
swear.
masters, which prompts
all
the
clip.
question, why do they cling to these false deities? What drives even men of learning, even the great Louis Soir, to grovel at their feet? The answer? Your
Born to
masters
battle,
have the strength
forced to
do
yap.
otherwise. For the world of man to mean anything, man must own the world.
What does it need to be for the world of man to just mean something and not anything? Can we meet in the middle? Hey, Pijo.
And when the dust of battle settles, it is ever the strong who dictate the fate of the weak. Knowing this, but a single path is open to the infinite ruler, that of false worship.
Why is he gold now? Because he switched on his anti-magic armor. Say penguin.
Only a man of power can rightly steer the course of civilization.
They should add a unique dialogue. This guy who start his speech with lol, lomao even, when you're a mentor. Hey Calyx! Finally finished leveling my machines and I told myself I need to stop leveling jobs and go finish the last part of the Dawntrail MSQ and unlock some content I'm missing, but then I see my 77 paladin and 90 monk and get thoughts. I mean, there is a most efficient way to do things, but if you get too focused on doing the most efficient thing, then you will eventually forget that you're playing a game to have fun in your search to be as efficient as possible. And then what are you doing? So if you feel like you should do more leveling, go for it if you think it's fun. If you feel like, nah, I think I would have a better time doing MSQ now to finish that, I would feel better about that, then do that. But just keep in mind that if you sit there like focusing on what's optimal to do, you will eventually find that you end up playing the game in the most efficient way because it is and not because it's fun. Know your place. Woo. Is your spreadsheet looking so far from Enter Roulette? I mean, it's roughly the same average as it was before, but yeah, exactly, Pijo. It is something that can easily get weird. Some people that get too caught up in filling the bars, and they forget why they do things. Because, no, I need that title. I need it. I need that bar to be full so I can, so that I'm cool because I've leveled everything or something. When you have funny prey stories? Sure. Oh boy. Hey, now we can get back to doing... Well, let's not get too hasty. In before we go and do... a queue and then we land in Praetorium again. We just need Castrum and then we have the big three. Oh man, Red Mage got robbed. Straight up scammed. Oh, Q when it says 23. I was doing Mental Roulette, got Praetorium. Oh well, run goes slow. Due to single pull tank, well. Oh. Healer disconnects mid-Nera and we nearly killed him. Try again, no healer, we wiped because two other players were new. I had to ask Novice Network to fill. Oh. That is impressive. Missile says, a very long time ago I had someone in World of Darkness who would not stop complaining about the game and the state of it the entire run. By Cerberus, I finally snapped and said, play a different game. They shut up after that. Oh, well, that's good at least. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships, Kay. Thank you so much. That's very nice. We're completely overwhelmed in kindness today, everybody. It's insane. Thank you so much. Wow! I'll Q and it says 59. It's not quite the same story, but it does remind me of that somewhat recent Sunken Temple of Khan run I had, where I had an astrologian who complained that he didn't have any tools because barrier healers had way more, and I'm there like, bro, you have the most tools. And the reason why he was mage was because he thought barrier healers already had Ether Flow or Adder Skull in Sunken Temple of Khan. I'm like, no, they don't. And then listed what he has against them, and then he called me a nerd. Oh yeah, absolutely. Don't worry about that. I very much appreciate it. You do not ever have to give a gift and then be like, well, I would have given more. I'm like, you didn't have to do anything. So I just appreciate the generosity here very much, very much. That would be a shame. You do not have to worry about that. Thank you so much. It's insanely nice. I'll queue when it says 31. Oh boy. Hey, make some time. And thank you for the extra gifted membership, Harry. Thank you so much. Is that the second one? Thank you. Rainrope says, this is totally unrelated, but yesterday I was in gold leveling warrior and the healer got mad. I did the big pull at the beginning and then rescued me backwards after I was already at the wall. And then complained and refused to heal before quitting. I have heard that one before. I specifically remember, I think it was on my silent language of duty content or something like that video, that there were multiple stories of healers being like, oh, I hate it when the tanks pull like that, and in Defiance, I just don't heal them. Then they'll learn, that'll show them, and I'm like, why don't you just try and do it? Like, they're not out to hurt you. You could just try and do it. It's fine. It's okay. just play the game. If it works, then you've saved time. If it doesn't, then you're wiped, and then that's okay. You can just pull less on the run back. You're really making up the lost time of that Praetorium, huh? What is that one called again? More than a feeler. And be totally honest, I've reached a point where I don't really memorize the guild host names that much. Q says 18. When I get the all's well that ends in the wells, my note just calls it self-management. Hey KV, hope you're doing well. I'm glad to hear that. Welcome back to the game. And also, hey Popular Monster, I saw you earlier. Hope you're doing well as well. And that's okay, KV. As I've said in like here and in my videos and all that, the thing that people expect, like the thing that like 99% of the player base expects is that you try. Then like that's all one can ask for. If you're rusty, no problem. If you feel like it's worth mentioning as a duty starts, do that. some might appreciate the honesty that, oh, okay, well then we should keep an extra eye on you so that we can account for if you're a little slower on the buttons, or if that you're something you missed and things like that. Nothing bad. It's poison! It's poison! LQ and it says 04. Sorry, 54. Okay, so you know how a lot of people go, oh, the game is dead, it's bad now, not like in the good old days and like they're all just full of it. Oh yeah, yeah. I said it in a video. I don't know what it is that, like, I'm not even sure what truly compels people to talk, like, to say that. But I feel like part of it is that they just want to be right, I guess, is part of it. Yeah, we went from me going, I don't know if we're hitting 15 duties tonight, guys. Oh, Rust is here. Fantastic. To me going, oh yeah. unless we get, like, I don't know, a Sephiroth extreme that goes, like, that actually fails on timer, I think we're good. Strike. Oh. Uh-oh. Ow. And helps us. I don't get why people want to say the game is dead when it's still going strong. There's, like, I have tried to explain it. One reason can be that they prefer a different game. So it's a way for them to basically dunk on your game because their game is not dead, but yours is, quote unquote. Another option is they quit this game. They quit the game that they're saying is dead. It would be really convenient for their peace of mind of not needing to worry about missing out if the game just died. Then, like, there is no game to miss out on. They don't have to worry about getting sucked back into it because there is no game. And some also just want to say something, you know, offensive on the internet, or, you know, something that gives rise out of people. Hey, cat! Hope you're doing well. Oh. Oh, I didn't get that far out. Oops. At least I didn't completely screw it. Yeah, yeah, idyllic dream. Oh no. Yeah, you may be you may have those of you that have been following the Savage streams. You may be shocked. We've started the idyllic dream practice. We have barely started on phase 2, but we're practicing for the end. Hey, next to Sam, hope you're doing well. Says, wait, isn't practice cheating? Nah, callback. Well, we don't care. Yo, wait a minute. Isn't that cheating? A fun fact, I think I've mentioned it in videos before, the light makes all of the enemies in this area mega weak. Like, mega weak source. It's just a little inconvenient to move some of the mobs in there, but it's really, it does work. And what's difficult about that, Rain Rope? Also, hey, Seal. Hope you're doing well. What's difficult about the take currency out of it is that as we kind of saw in Endwalker, they kind of used just a generic currency farm as a way to sort of just. I should have just stood my ground and cleaved better. As a way to say, oh, you need to grind. You choose how, but you need to grind something. But then, you know, as a lot of players brought up, generic grind whatever you want has a tendency to lead to a situation where you will farm the whole thing out in the most boring way possible as long as it is the most effective. I believe that was part of the reason why a lot of people weren't, like, huge fans of the Endwalker grind, is that it was easy once you'd done, like, the Hildebrand quest stuff to be able to get it. But it was, kinda lame. I didn't really care either way, but I heard the stories. Like, I'll do whatever. And I say that noting that I have all of the Dawntrail relics currently maxed out, every single one. But that's also, you know, mainly just a currency grind. For some reason I thought that was an... a wind thing. I mean, I can LB if you want. So Rust mentioned it in the chat. You know, it's funny. Part of the reason why I rarely do like shenanigans with the LB throughout a duty is because some part is that I forget. I'll say Prisma. Part of it is that I forget. Like, just straight up. Another part is that it's really rare. But I have had enough times that, for instance, you limit break on the second boss and someone loses their mind over you doing that. So they choose to stand there and complain about that, which now wasted all of the time you could have saved if we had just gone on with our day. I'm currently technically working on all the IR relic weapons. I have almost all of the currencies I will ever need for it. The problem, the big bottleneck is book. It's book. I'm so far along. That is why I've been tinkering with making the walk and talk maybe be just that instead. It's a very convenient thing to just overlap. It doesn't take very much brain power to do. You just do it. And I also kind of want all of the Heavensward relics, and I'm closing in on a point where I have everything I need for those, but I don't want to start on them if I can skip a step by handing in a Realm Reborn relic. It's a little bit of a... ready to do step B, but step A is not finished. Hey Anthony Ryu! Hope you're doing well. Kick! Turning off the Heavensward relic in one day video again. I mean, we also did a Realm Reborn in one day. But that we cannot do again because I've already finished step 1 on all of the remaining relics. How many duties have you done today? I lost count. This is number 13, I think. I also use the Black Mage around the Born relic. Presently. I don't have a lot of weapons like on my glams, but specifically the Black Mage one is one of the ones that I do have. Imagine if we moved the boss out of the goop circle, Mr. Man. Wouldn't that be crazy? Could you imagine? Put more uptime, yeah, but the boss is healing all the damage you're doing, so... Get in here! Anthony says, I want to at least experience the relic grind once for each expansion, then ending up stopping at Heavensward. There's something to be said. The Heavensward grind is really mean in a different way than the A Realm Reborn one. Like, that was something that some people brought up on my Heavensward speedrun relic grind, is that that a huge amount of the actual grind was, you know, abstracted out because I did it, like, I had farmed all the resources beforehand, which maybe made it seem a little unfair. And I'm like, I mean, if you include the currency farm, that would be like, you just sit there for hours and hours and hours and farm poetics. That fun? So I took the parts out that were basically RNG. Speaking of RNG, you farmed resources? That's cheating. Exactly. See, to be fair, some of the complaints, some of the people that came up with this point came from the perspective of it might give the wrong impression of how long that grind actually takes. When basically every time there is a grind, you just go, and then we skipped a step. I'll say Torian. Black Mage. But before that, I'll be right back. A Meowlnir. Meantime, sanity restored. Mercy says, I feel like relics will forever be a decisive topic on what is most fun, but such is life. Oh yeah, I mean, a huge problem to that is some people will be like one person... Like, there's no way to make it good because you can be like, oh man, there's no grind this time. They made it easy. Oh man. And another one be like, yeah, they took the grind out. That's awesome. Woohoo! And then the next one, they're like, oh man, they put the grind back in. I hate that. And another person's like, yeah, the grind is back. And then you can, you know, add every opinion between those. But there's like that. Essentially, all you need is a concept where enough people will be like, one half loves it, the other half hates it, and then there's no way to win. You just have to choose. You just have to choose who gets to win. You just have to go, well, I think that's how we want to do it, and then just hope that more people prefer it like that. Anyway, I'll cue when it says 04. Black Mage time! Do we get a Rathalos Extreme again? No. Is that Bachman? It's Bachman! I will break the guild test, Roulette! Nox got an 8-man. Ooh. What did it end up with? Rambo Extreme again? Oh, man. Good luck. I will queue when it says 29. I am. Reinforcements! Move to intercept! Just want a basic trial to fire after 25 minutes that is required for MSQ. Oh, what trial is it? Oh, I'm getting into an 8-man now too. Hey, Seraph! Paparicia. Oh. Where are we going? We are going to FFXIV Extreme. Oh boy. I didn't see if both tanks said it, ow, but at least one of them said they had looked at a guide. If we wipe, I'll take the time to explain it better. This man is straight up goalieing me. Did you see that? We try again. Uh-oh. That's not a good start. I should probably have used Flare there. Oh, I did that wrong. Did that completely wrong. Ow. This was kind of wet at the start. Now I came from a bike ride, so I was seeing an old friend. I'm going over here. Screw that. Hey, Pantaxter! Ow. This is gonna be a problem. I was like, this is going all right. The boss is almost dead, right? And then I'm like, nope, there's a hole now in the nail phase, and one of our healers has no MP left. Ow. Sorry, Lana. Hey, provide. No worries, Alana. Navy King. Nintendi. Chains always confuse me. What are they? It kind of it varies between duties. On Ifrit Extreme, the chains apply a debuff to both you and the person you're chained to. That makes it so that you take some damage every few seconds. And the further apart you are, the more damage you take. And that's both the damage from the debuff itself is increased, I believe, and the damage increased, like the general you're taking more damage is increased the further apart you are. So you really want to be sure that you're standing as close to the other person as you can. Like 2 or 3 stacks of it, which is like a specific distance, is fine, but I think that BC there is slowly getting it. The problem is that I think that the tell they're seeing is the poof of the explosion itself, which is too late. This is the worst possible outcome. Did they? Yep, that's it. Hey, dreaming of shadow. Ooh, boy. Keep standing just barely too close. Oh, I see the problem. Ah. Well, the first wave, it's kind of survivable, but that still kind of sucks. It's really funny, he ended up doing more damage to the party going in to cast a Medica 2 than really Medica 2 would do. That's really the problem, is that you'll have like sprout healers that panic and like, oh, but I need to heal. And it's like, yeah, but if you go in now to do your AoE heal now, you will do more damage to everyone, and then you're in a death spiral because you have to heal everyone again because you hit them. Someone should inform them about Cure 3. I have a feeling that they have been informed about Cure 3 and that's why they're not using it. I'm not saying that as a, yeah, they have been informed to not use it, which is the correct choice. I'm saying they've probably been informed that Medica 2 is more efficient. Is my guess. Or maybe they determined that themselves, who knows. Uh-oh, we have a dead healer and another healer that is basically out of MP. I mean, we can stall for a while, but I think this phase is like 2 minutes or you die. So with this little DPS alive, we can't stall for that long. Has the healer used Lucid even once? BC used Searing Winds, used Lucid Dreaming at the same time as they Swift casted a Res right near the end. We have a disconnected player. Provides us, I wonder if it's more difficult by having 2 white mages in a party as opposed to 2 different healers. All level 50 extremes are basically made harder by having white mages instead of any other healer. With very few exceptions. Oh, Cordova, there's something you don't understand. You kinda need 2 tanks for the tank switch. And if you say, yeah, but you don't need a tank switch, you do if your healers are not good. Which is the problem we're facing. 1 tank is missing and the healers are a little bit weak. And I've done this fight 3-man. I've done it 3-man. You only need 1 healer and 2 tanks. Then you're good. But they need to be amazing players then. Eh. So my evaluation that we needed to wait for the tank was me saying our team can't handle it otherwise. Oh boy. Why did people not take damage from that? Or did I miss the damage being taken? Yeah, no, I'm going over here. It's just sign to get out of there. Oh. Why bother tank swapping if you can tank sack? I feel like we did that recently. Ah! I feel like MO died right at the start of this mechanic last try too. Yep, that's it. Nice, Nox. The Ramu Extreme clear. And thank you, Cordova. Very much appreciated. Meh. Goat. Oh, I was like, was that them clearing the nails or them failing the nails? Oh, he's fast suddenly. Both healers have it. That's not normal. I feel like BC just didn't compute anything there. He got hit twice. Hey Lex, hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm specifically leaning so far close to wave 3 is because the healer, it's especially BC that makes it scary, but like I feel like that whole part of the arena is not safe because one of the healers sort of like choose on a whim whether they're like how soon they're gonna move to where they're supposed to be in advance. That's why I explained that it's predictable, because because it feels like they're having trouble predicting it. Oh boy. We can't do anything. People are too low. And what happens is the third nail phase starts, something happens, and then whatever healer is still alive panics. And then they forget about Searing Winds. If just CR can stand their ground for a little bit, then I think we've got this. Yep. We did it! This is how many wipes? I have 4, I think. I'm pretty sure every attempt went pretty far. And that was duty number 15, thanks to all those skill tests. Oh boy, ninja! Wow! I'll queue when it says 50. Yeah, that's the thing with those Realm Reborn extremes. They're not that bad. It's just all it takes is the worst possible person to have trouble, and then you can't. Then you straight up can't. But we've done, like, a while back, I did, like, a speed run with a light party. Doing every A Realm Reborn extreme, just boop, 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 boop. And, yeah, very doable. Especially because we knew in advance that some of them only took 3 or even 2 players. Wasn't there a guy that soloed all content? Not all content, and not like that. Wrath tried to solo the MSQ. And there have been duties that couldn't be done synced. There have been duties that needed various adjustments to the rules. Just for it to be possible. I'll queue when it says 41. Oh yeah, I'm not saying that there's something like that what he did. How did they get past Susano? Well, originally, or rather, by the time they got to Susano, Pictomancer existed. So you just kill Susano so fast that he doesn't get to transition. But yeah, I'm not saying that the achievement isn't impressive. The thing that I always latch onto and grab and go like, no, is whenever someone brings him up, they have a tendency to exaggerate what he did. And I'm like, don't do that. Get it right. It's funny, I don't follow him super closely, but I know exactly how he did some of those feats that are like barely possible. Or not possible. Hey, Berk. Hope you're doing well. Good luck, Jack. And Ross and Ilana. Like, my first run-in with people exaggerating what Wrath did was when I said Titan Normal cannot be soloed synced. And someone said, but Wrath did it with Ninja. I'm like, how did he do that? And they said, he used Doton. I'm like, what level do you learn Doton on? 45. Okay, well, what level is Titan synced? And then there's the oh. Which is why I'm saying, like, the problem isn't the feat itself. The problem is that then someone goes and makes 3 chickens out of a feather. And that's when I have a problem. But I think what Wrath is doing is cool. I've done solo challenges. I just do them differently. Oh, it's just a hard version. Hey, Stevie! Hope you're doing well. Just to make 3 chickens out of a feather is a delightful saying. Exactly. Indeed. It's very good. It also really gets the point across. Hey, Ravenous! Crescent says, was gonna say, I like that a lot. Is it a Danish thing or just a Kaiism? It's based on a, I believe, H.C. Andersen story. About rumors. Cat says Wrath Games made 3 chickens out of a feather on his solo streams. Wait, how did Wrath do that? Why am I tanking? I didn't mean to mark that. Oh my god. Took me so long that to get the translate going that I missed it. I'm gonna do this. Never mind, it wasn't fast enough. Yeah, I was like bringing up Google Translate and stuff because I figured out FS is German. And if they're not reacting to English, then either they're not reading chat or they don't understand English. So I'm gonna, I'm gonna try and hold out hope and then try German. Didn't work, but I guess I missed it. Yeah, more wipes than in Extreme. True. Very true. The worst part is that this guy, that there is, I believe, level like 80 or 90 gear. That sword. They don't have an excuse to be that clueless. Do all the Heavensward trials have some form of enrage? That's a good question. I feel like at least both A Realm Reborn and Heavensward, like normal trials, were willing enough to just go, well, this is supposed to be challenging, so good luck, buddy, and just like throw you in the deep end. Yeah, don't know what to tell you, Rainrope. I've had an Ice Mage in Skydeep Chinolti, you know, the level 95 dungeon? And I've had a physics spamming Scholar in Origenics. That's good, at least, Rainrope. Yeah, that's it. That's also it. That is also like sometimes there's a chance, but like the funny thing is that when is the time to say these things? If you tell a Sprout at like level 30 or something, maybe they would figure it out themselves. You just let them. But that Sprout might be the one that, you know, gets to level 50 and doesn't get it. Maybe they hit level 60 and don't get it. And at some point, they've done it wrong for so long that when someone comes about and goes, hey man, you're not supposed to do it like that, they're like, well, I've done it like that for like, I don't know, 300 hours of game time or whatever. And no one has complained before. It's like, yeah, it's because most of them saw you do that and thought you were such a lost cause that they didn't even try. Oh, whoops. Brad says, I had a midless tank in Holminster earlier. I asked them to use mid, and they popped one rampart, then said their mid was all on cooldown. That does... I can't remember what duty it was. But I had one... Oh, yes, it was Pharos Sirius, where, like, the first big pull, the tank barely used anything, and I was like, why didn't you use your cooldown? I was like, well, I had used everything I had, and then I listed, like, 5 other cooldowns that they didn't use, and they're like, oh. I also had this experience ages ago. Where someone didn't use cooldowns and dead ends, and when I asked them to, they used, like, they just slammed Living Dead exactly as they pulled, and then lo and behold, it didn't proc. Also before they made Living Dead actually have a healing component, so it didn't really do anything. And then on the next, like after that, I was like, can you use actual mitigation? Because apparently you're being pedantic. Then they didn't for the first boss, and then we wiped because the tank died to avoidable damage 2 or 3 times in a row. Then the 2 DPS apologized to the tank for wiping or something, and I was so done that I just left. That is like the only dungeon that I've taken the lever penalty for. It was like 30 minutes before the daily reset, so that's why those are the kind of players that is the reason why I'm like, guys, the weirdos come out just before the daily reset. Rainrob says, what threw me through a loop recently too is when I was in a clear for 1 proc of Unmaking Extreme, I was explaining the ads phase and said the healers needed to Ishuna themselves. And the sage said, oh, I guess I have to put Ishuna on my bar. How did they do Mesoterminal? Did they think that it was just part of the fight that the healer dies? This is the kind of reasons why whenever people say, oh, what buttons do I need on my hotbar? I'm like, everything. Because if I say that you don't need a repose on your hotbar, and then a duty comes out where actually you needed it, just, you know, put it somewhere. Just makes, like, there should be enough space. You can just put the buttons you barely ever need on a button that isn't very easily reachable. Everything is a... Also Scathe. You might land in Sastasha. Insanity says, what? Wait, where do you Ishuna in Mesoterminal? So each ad has a mechanic on the second boss. The tank ad will do something you need to interrupt, and then we'll do a tank buster that actually hurts. The healer ad will smack you across the face for damage and put Doom on you that needs to be used Ishuna to remove. You have 10 seconds. By the way, the smack means you also took heavy damage, so it's basically distracting you. It's like, boom! Doom. And then hope that all you notice is that you need healing. Trying to keep up with everyone else too. Well, I mean, the party as a whole shouldn't be taking that much damage. Not that much. Can the bard cleanse the Doom? Yes. Do you think a bard will? But yeah, optimally, if you have a bard in your party, they do it because they can do it as an OGCD. If the bard is elf? Yeah, if the bard is Aradol, then yes, probably. But we got 17 duties, everybody. Void drink. And what we got was, let's see, 1. 2 normal trials and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extremes again, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 guild tests, and 2 MSQ roulettes, and 1 high level dungeon. Hey, Jet. Hope you're doing well. Glædelig sankthans. Yeah, just to like put a little bit of a bow on that, I said at the start of the stream, I came from hanging out with a friend. We played a board game called Earth. I lost by 1 point. Out of like, it's a game where you get like over 200, 300 points. I lost by 1 point. I had expected to lose by more. I spent most of the game with no strategy. I mean, I didn't need to win. We had fun. It was actually insane that it was so close. Anyway, very nice. Thank you all so much for the subs and memberships and everything. It's very nice of you. I very much appreciate it. And if you do enjoy the stream, it does help a lot with a like over on the YouTube side of things. Helps very much with the algorithm and all that. Thanks so much in advance. But I think we will wrap up from here. I'll probably repeat myself now because, you know, practiced outro things. So if you would like to be part of the Discord community server, there's a link right there in the chat. There you'll find the weekly schedule where you can see what else is coming up in the coming days. I usually update it Sunday or Monday. You'll also find the announcement room with links to videos and streams when I put them out. And if you grab the reminder roll in the role assignment room, you get a notification whenever I post a video stream. This is the next run around 15 minutes before stream starts. You can catch it right when we go live. And if you'd like to support the channel even more directly, you can like over on YouTube, you can follow, you can subscribe, you can become a member, you can super chat, you can cheer, you can do all of that goodness. If you don't like any of that, there's also the Ko-Fi link that Ariel has posted right there in the chat. It all helps support me in the channel directly so I can focus on doing stuff like this with all of you. So thanks so much for the support. But on that note, let's see if we can find somebody to raid. Somebody to raid. Somebody to raid. Oh, anyone got any ideas? Yeah, let's go for Reggie. We like Reggie, right, guys? Melbourne Ring. That's okay with me. But on that note, that'll be it from me tonight. So good night, good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending where in the world, and hope to see you all very soon. Bye bye.